You'll fight, say, I've had about 60 or more boxing matches.
Right.
And you only meet 3 genuine punchers throughout your career. Jerry Cooney, Ronnie Lyle, and a kid I worked with by the name of Cleveland Williams. Ronnie Lyle, and they hit so hard that it vibrates your body, even if you block it, just goes right to you.
Playing in the playground, all over. Lyle has Foreman in trouble.
How long were you in the penitentiary?
7.5 years.
You went there for what?
Second-degree murder.
In January 1976, after more than a year of silence, he returns.
Right next to me is saying it. You may hear him.
Big George Foreman, a man with the punching power to knock down walls, steps back into the ring. Awaiting him is one of the toughest challenges, a showdown against Ron Lyle, a fearsome puncher with a dark past. George Foreman, one of the most feared heavyweights of his time, is back. This time with a new team and trainer Gil Clancy.
How can you possibly train for a fight like this?
I do the normal thing I've always been doing, running up the hills. And then I've got a program now where I pick up my actual 500 and 600 pound steers, put them on my back and walk up hills with them. That's been the newest things I've added to my repertoire.
However, on the other side of the ring awaits an equally dangerous opponent.
Time the second round. In our truck, Lyle all over. Lyle has...
Ron Lyle, a man who has been through hell. He found his calling in boxing while in prison.
Well, it was back in '61 when I first got involved in a gang fight, and a guy was killed, and I was caught and convicted, and manslaughter. Yes, I was sent to the penitentiary for second-degree murder. Of course, I was tried first degree, but they found me guilty of second degree. And there is where I started boxing.
After gaining his freedom, Lyle quickly rose through the ranks, knocking out one opponent after another. He never held a title, but anyone who stepped into the ring with him knew they were facing a real fighter. Lyle, a man who survived clinical death twice, a former gang member, turned his life into a story of survival and courage.
Where were you stabbed?
I was stabbed after the movie.
Wasn't that when the prison doctor signed your death certificate?
Yeah, Dr. Towers, he didn't give up, he just, I guess he felt that he could get to the artery, Of course, the blood was, I was bleeding internally, and, when they opened me up, they couldn't find the artery because of the blood. They had to give me like 36 blood transfusions.
After the loss to Ali, many began to doubt George Foreman's psychology. Could he recover, or had the defeat in Kinshasa changed him forever?
Another sneaky right hand. This time he worked over the shoulder of Foreman.
I think George was looking for a way to move forward, get rid of the loss in Zaire, and go forward from there. Maybe losing was too much for him to absorb.
Foreman was full of doubts. Could he once again become the invincible fighter he once was?
That fight in Zaire put him through a lot of soul-searching days where he had to deal with making decisions on who he was.
Could Lyle from Denver take advantage of these factors and derail Foreman's career for good? This was a huge opportunity for Lyle to significantly boost his reputation, and a troubled Foreman was forced to respond.
Cincinnati and Pittsburgh area.
Las Vegas, Nevada, 1976. Fight for the vacant North American heavyweight title.
34 years of age shortly. Foreman was just 27. He's got to win. A wild.
In the opening round, both fighters confidently strode to the center of the ring.
His right leg behind him. And the man at the that is really, he has a tendency to not yet connecting with a stiff left jab. He tried to didn't get it through. The second got in.
He's using a very good jab, very stiff, very...
After nearly 3 minutes of tense posturing and exchanges, Lyle landed a crisp right hand flush on Foreman's chin, stunning the former champion and igniting the crowd.
A good right by Lyle.
Sensing an opportunity, Lyle chased Foreman across the ring, connecting with a solid left hook.
A good right by Lyle, and he's got Foreman in trouble. He's got him in trouble. And Lyle all...
However, the round ended before Lyle could capitalize further.
George in trouble. A late.
If he is knocked Lyle will get very confident and run away.
Lyle, right.
The second round saw Lyle intensify the pressure, determined to unsettle Foreman.
Lyle with a good left. George fighting back now.
He's pressing the action now.
Foreman, known for his raw power, managed to trap Lyle against the ropes as the round progressed, unleashing powerful left-right combinations that showcased his ability to turn any moment in his favor.
Advisors are yelling to Foreman, keep those hands up. Now Lyle is hurt. Now Lyle is hurt. Quickly, Foreman landed a left and a right into the ropes. Certain it is, he didn't know what to do. Lyle's in trouble. He's against the... Now let's see him.
From the corner, Foreman's trainer, Gil Clancy, could be heard shouting, "Hook to the body, George," as he urged his fighter to break Lyle's defenses.
No saving by the bell.
Over right hand is working very well on Foreman.
First round for Lyle, the second round for George. You're right about the use of the right. There it was.
In the third round, the action slowed as both men cautiously tried to preserve energy, but by the fourth, Lyle once again found success with his right hand, landing a shot that sent Foreman to the canvas.
In our truck, Lyle all over. Lyle has Foreman in trouble. Foreman is down. It started with a right, then a left.
Just as it appeared Lyle might finish the job, Foreman responded with the ferocity that had made him a fearsome heavyweight. A barrage of punches from Foreman sent Lyle sprawling to the mat, exposing Lyle's sometimes leaky defense.
Against the frightful pod. Now Foreman fighting back. Oh, Foreman is in trouble. Good left. Now George. Now George struck back. Now.
Lyle, refusing to give up, got back to his feet, but Foreman, sensing the momentum shift, trapped him against the ropes and unleashed a torrent of punches.
With that punching power that we talked about in prior fights, Lyle is now. Lyle covering up.
Clancy's voice could still be heard urging George to target the body, but the fight turned wild as Lyle, in a dramatic twist, landed a stunning left hook, staggering Foreman once again.
10 seconds. Foreman was staggered. Foreman was staggered by a Lyle left. Foreman goes down.
Against all odds, Foreman beat the count, though he was clearly dazed, wobbling as he returned to his corner.
Remember how invincible George Foreman looked through 40 bouts.
As the fight entered the fifth round, it became a test of heart, will, and pure grit rather than technical skill. Both men were battered, and it was clear that the one with the strongest resolve would emerge victorious.
Holding on. Here we go, Howard. Lyle against the ropes during the left uppercut.
Lyle's attacks began to slow as fatigue set in, while Foreman, despite being hurt, managed to land heavy blows that shifted the momentum in his favor.
George got a series of left jabs in there, then a right.
Foreman unleashed a barrage of punches, shot after shot, with little resistance from the drained Lyle. Shouts of "Stop it! Stop it!" echoed from ringside as concerned onlookers pleaded for the fight to end.
Now it's Lyle! Now it's Lyle! What an incredible fight!
Finally, referee Roth stepped in and waved off the contest as Lyle crumpled to the canvas, completely spent.
Lyle's got to come back with Lyle! Down to the canvas. Looks like George was done. This time it may be over.
It's not going to make it.
A knockout.
It was a war of attrition that demonstrated not only Foreman's power, but also his resilience. Lyle, though valiant, couldn't withstand the relentless pressure in what became one of the most thrilling and dramatic heavyweight contests in boxing history.
I feel I'm a champion at heart. I can always get up and win fight.
Ron Lyle's later career was marked by inconsistent performances, and after the up-and-coming knockout artist Jerry Cooney stopped him in the first round in 1980, Lyle retired. "15 years later, in 1995, Ron made a comeback, securing 4 knockout victories over club-level fighters, but the fire had faded. He transitioned to coaching, passing on his wealth of experience to young boxers before passing away in 2011 at the age of 70. Foreman's career took a very different path. After his victory over Lyle, he knocked out Joe Frazier and won a string of fights before losing to Jimmy Young in 1977 and retiring. Remarkably, Foreman returned to the ring 10 years later, in 1987, embarking on a historic comeback that culminated in a knockout of Michael Moorer in 1994, regaining the World Heavyweight title. The veteran fought his final bout in 1997 when Shannon the Cannon Briggs controversially defeated him in Atlantic City.